Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're having a battle in the OU tier from the Discord server with Chucho. Today's battle was absolutely amazing. Keep your eyes on Hoopa Unbound this game. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Anyway, be sure to join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Ooh, Chucho's brought a pretty cool looking rain team. They got a Pelipper, Rotom Wash, Barrascuda, Forretress, Basculegion, and a Mousehold randomly. But I guess Mousehold can be pretty threatening. That population bomb is going to hurt my team quite a lot. So I need to be careful with that one. Make sure it doesn't get a tidy up and get a sweep going on. I'm sure Elon Tusk can handle it just fine. But we don't have a Rocky Helmet user on our team, so we can't exactly make that play. I think my best bet might be to lead with the Amoonguss to go for the Spore. Could be the good play, because they probably lead with Pelipper or they lead off with something else. I actually think Hoopa Unbound's a good lead, because they do lead off with Pelipper here, surely. And we can just go straight for a Psychic and destroy something on their team. Or Dark Pulse even. Dark Pulse destroys everything on their team. And the battle begins. So Chucho is going to lead off with the Caroro, which is the Pelipper as anticipated. We're going to go and lead with Calamity, the Hoopa Unbound. And we can just go straight for a Dark Pulse here. And Dark Pulse should KO the Pelipper, no problem. If it doesn't, worst case scenario, we get hit by a U-turn, which does a lot of damage. But I'm pretty sure Dark Pulse will KO here. So let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. So Dark Pulse comes through. They do stay in. Easily takes out the Pelipper. No chance of surviving that. Hoopa Unbound is actually ridiculously powerful. I can't believe this thing's OU. That's crazy. In comes Kamasu, which is going to be the Barrascuda. So this thing threatens us. Liquidation in the rain is definitely going to take us out. So I'm going to go straight into my Amoonguss. Amoonguss can definitely handle this thing, no problem. So we'll go into the Shroom real quick. There we go. Into Magic. And we should be able to tank this Liquidation like it's nothing. Waterfall even. Waterfall just works just as well. So it's not a 2-hit KO, which is nice. Now we get a free Spore from whatever we want, unless they're Overcoat Forretress, in which case they get a free switch in. Which isn't the worst case scenario, because we have switch-ins to Forretress, no problem. So I'm going to go for that Spore real quick. Hopefully we put this thing to sleep. Oh, no, wait. They could have Psychic Fangs, couldn't they? I don't think his Psychic Fangs will KO from here anyway, so it's not a big deal. They're going to withdraw. I'm pretty sure they're banded anyway. That looked like banded Waterfall damage, to be honest with you. So they're going to go into Garudin, which is going to be the Forretress. Is it going to be Overcoat? That's the real question. So we go for a Spore. No, it's not Overcoat. We put the Forretress to sleep, which is great. Sleepy time it goes. Sleepy time it goes. And now we can just switch in with whatever we want to take advantage of this Forretress. And the thing that I think is going to play the most, well, do the most damage is going to have to be Hoopa Unbound. Hoopa Unbound it is. Let's go. Let's go into Hoopa Unbound real quick. So Hoopa Unbound is going to come in right now. There we go. Calamity comes back in. And the reason I call it Calamity is because it's like a natural disaster. It is literally so powerful. It's like a natural disaster. Look at Forretress like tilted up like that. That's really cool. Let's go for a Dark Pulse, because nothing switches into a Dark Pulse. Nothing at all switches into a Dark Pulse. Hoopa Unbound basically gets a free switch in and KOs something on their team. And if we KO the Forretress, which we won't because it's got Sturdy, or it just doesn't even do it anyway, they wake up and they flinch. Oh dear. And the rain stops as well, just to make add insult to injury. That wasn't Damp Rock Pelipper, was it? Definitely not. So we go for a Dark Pulse real quick, and we should be able to KO this Forretress. They literally can't switch anything in right now. Dark Pulse comes through. Down goes the Forretress. I'm curious as to what they were going to go for on our Hoopa. Maybe Explosion, maybe? Or Gyro Ball, potentially? Maybe. Maybe. You never know. So in comes the Found Family, which is the Mousehold. Now, this thing poses a problem. And the reason it poses a problem is simply because Population Bomb is just very strong. Now, we are pretty much going to have to sack something off here, because I'm pretty sure Elon Tusk gets 2-hit KO by Population Bomb, provided it connects. And that's if they don't go for a tidy up. So let's just see what we can do here. I think Sylveon's the least useful Pokemon on the team, so I'm going to go into Sylveon real quick. There we go. And this is where they go for a tidy up, surely. Surely they go into a tidy up. They know Hoopa Unbound's too useful to us to let it just go down. They are going to Terra. What type are they going to Terra into, though? Are they going to go Terra Normal? Or are they going to go Terra Fairy or something to resist Dark? Terra Fairy. Okay, Fairy is cool. Fairy is cool. Were they going to go for a Terra Blast here, or what? What are they going to go for? I love how the crown's just on the one of the mouse's heads. So they do go for a Play Rough, which is fair enough. Play Rough is cool. Terra Blast, I didn't even know it got Play Rough, to be honest with you. So that's fair enough. So we get some leftovers recovery real quick. There we go. And we're going to put a bit of pressure on this mouse hold so that it doesn't set up with the tidy up. So let's go for a hyper voice real quick. Should do a lot of damage to the mouse hold. Should at least 2-hit KO it. So they go for the population bomb, which is fine by me. It's going to definitely KO the Sylveon, unfortunately, because it's going to hit 10 times. It always hits 10 times. There we go. There we go. So down goes Sylveon. They couldn't go for a tidy up. They had to let it go down. So what's our next best bit? I think the best thing we can go into is Weavile. I'm pretty sure the best thing we can go into is Weavile. Just purely because it outspeeds and he gets the good damage off of Ice Spinner. So let's go into Weavile real quick. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. That beauty. Beauty. So we're going to exert some pressure, which is always nice. And we're going to go straight for that Ice Spinner. To be fair, no. I was going to say I should really Terror into a Terror Ghost to avoid the population bomb, but they either switch out here, which they have, or they go for a Play Rough anyway. So Play Rough will have probably done a lot of damage. So Wash and Wear comes in, which is the Rotom, obviously. There we go. We're going to go for an Ice Spinner. Just get some damage off. It does a nice bit of damage, to be fair. A very nice bit of damage, as they probably go for a Volt Switch here, expecting us to switch out. We probably go into Amoonguss, right? That's what we would do. So I think I will go Amoonguss. I think Amoonguss is the best bet. They probably do go for a Volt Switch or a Will-O-Wisp. And Will-O-Wisp is ideal because obviously Amoonguss doesn't care about that too much. Whereas Volt Switch gives them a bit of a momentum. So they go for a Reflect. Interesting. So they go for a Reflect. This is great for us because it means we get a free Spore off again, and that means a free switch into Hoopa Unbound whenever we get the chance. So they go for a Nasty Plot, which is very interesting. Not seen a Nasty Plot Rotom Wash before. That's pretty cool. So we go for a Spore, put that thing to sleep real quick. There we go. They got the Reflect up, but they didn't get up a Light Screen, which is good to note. I'm wondering what their moves are. So they got Reflect, Nasty Plot. Okay. Now we go into Hoopa because they've got one guaranteed turn of sleep, and that means we can go straight for a Psychic. And the reason we go for a Psychic over Dark Pulse is A, it's got 10 base power more, and B, they're going to switch out. What are they going to switch out into? Found Family? The population bombing mouse. So that's frustrating. So we've gone into Calamity here. Now Calamity does not want to take a Play Rough from this thing. Definitely doesn't want to take a Play Rough. Definitely don't want to take a population bomb either. So I'm thinking, what am I thinking right now? We need a way to break through this. I'm thinking we go hard into Elon Tusk to take a Play Rough. I'm pretty sure that's what we do here, because they might get scared out by an Iron Head. Iron Head might scare them out. We don't have Iron Head, but it might scare them out anyway. So we float in the air, obviously, with our Air Balloon. Not that it matters, because they're going to go for a Play Rough, which would have definitely KO'd Hoopa Unbound. But not so much Elon Tusk. Elon Tusk can take them for days. Absolutely days. We didn't need the Air Balloon this battle anyway, so it's not a big deal. And now I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. And the reason I'm going for a Stealth Rock is because I'm confident they're going to go into the Rotom Wash right now. So they do withdraw. They do withdraw. And they're going to go into their Mononoke, which is going to be the Basculegion. So we go for a Stealth Rocks here. They've obviously gone into this thing because they've got the Reflect up, so they know they can take a hit, which makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. But now the Reflect is gone. If we have Knockoff, they're doomed. We don't have Knockoff, fortunately. So if we assume they're going to expect the Amoonguss to come in and go for an Ice Beam, we should stay in an Earthquake, but I would like to keep this thing around for the mouse hold. So I'm going to go into Weavile. The reason I'm going into Weavile is because I'm confident they're going to go for an Ice Beam, predicting the Amoonguss or the Salamence to come in to take Surf. So I'm going to go into the Weavile real quick. I don't think they go for a Surf here. Surf would do a lot of damage regardless, but they go for an Agility. Oh, okay, that's bad. That is very bad. So they are now double speed. They may as well have Swift Swim up. That's not good. That is not good. So there's always the chance, because they're Agility, there's always the chance we live a Surf from these things. So I'm going to go for that Night Slash real quick. They go for the Surf. Can we live one? We do. Weavile came through for us there, as the Night Slash is easily going to nearly KO the Mononoke, but they have Focus. They have Weakness Policy. We have to get rid of this thing right now. We have to get rid of this thing right this second. I'm going to go for an Ice Shard real quick and KO this thing. So there we go. Ice Shard comes through. Not having no Basculegion sweep us. No. No way, Jose. No way. So there we go. Weavile gets a KO, which is always nice. In comes Kamazu, which is going to be the Barrascuda. Point Stone's going to dig in, which is nice. I'm pretty sure we we lose Weavile here. Or do we? No, because we got a Moongus sat right there. Let's go into a Moongus. Let's just go into a Moongus and go for a Grass Knot. That's pretty much all we can do. So there we go, going to withdraw Weavile. We'll keep Weavile around just in case we need it for the mouse hold. And we'll go straight into Magic the Amoonguss over here. There's no rain up, so Waterfall's not going to do nearly as much damage. Drill Run comes through. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as they want it to. So now we can probably expect them to switch out into the mouse hold again. The reason they were going to the mouse hold is because we can't Spore. We can't Spore. All we can really do is hope for the best with Salamence, I guess. Because that's a fairy type. Yes. They won't go mouse hold because we could go for a clear smog here. I think what I'm going to do is go for a clear smog expecting the mouse hold to come in. So they do withdraw, which is to be expected. They won't go into Rotom. They do go into Rotom, expecting us to do what, though? What are they expecting? So we go for the clear smog real quick. There we go. That's going to clear the air. Get rid of any boosts they have, which they don't have any boosts, obviously. And now, 1v1. Amoonguss beats Rotom, no problem. So I'm pretty sure we can go for a Grass Knot here. They don't have leftovers for passive recovery either. So let's go for a Grass Knot real quick. They are fast asleep for one turn. Obviously, they got one guaranteed turn of sleep, which is absolutely fine. We go for a Grass Knot. It's going to do minimal damage because it's light as a feather, even though it's literally a washing machine. Should be really heavy. Washing machines are quite heavy, you know? They are quite heavy. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I've given up on this idea. Let's go back into Hoopa Unbound real quick. So we'll go into Hoopa Unbound. We just get to go for a Psychic and get a KO on something pretty much. So there we go. Hoopa Unbound comes on in. Looking amazing. I love the design of this thing. They do wake up this turn, and they are able to go for a Thunder, which does nearly half. No paralysis, which is nice. We get to go for a Psychic now, and then we get the KO on the Rotom, which is great. So Rotom gets down to a Psychic. Hoopa Unbound claiming 3 souls this game. Maybe even more. Maybe even more. But I think they bring the mouse hold in right now. Hoopa Unbound is at the point now where Waterfall from Barraskewda, if it's banded, KOs, and mouse hold obviously KOs with Play Rough. So we may as well just keep it in. So in comes the Found family. There we go. With their lovely little hat that they've got on. There's a couple of things we could do here, actually. We could Terra Fairy, and we could live a Play Rough. But they might go for a Population Bomb, so it might be a waste. But thinking about it, what other Pokemon do we need Terra for? Terra Water, Terra Flying. We don't need Terra Flying. So I think we may as well risk it for a Chocolate Biscuit. Go for the Terra to live the Play Rough that might be coming. And go for a Psychic. So let's do it. Let's Terra. I've never seen Hoopa Unbound Terra before. I bet it looks awesome. I bet it just looks like every other Pokemon that's Terra'd, obviously. But I've never seen it before. And the crown just sits nicely on top of his head. Very nice. Very nice. The hair thing kind of goes through it, like, well, you know, it's whatever. So anyway, they go for a Play Rough, which is great. The gamble paid off. As that shouldn't KO us. There we go. 4 HP came in clutch. Psychic comes through. That's going to be able to destroy the mouse hold. However, Barraskewda does come in and get the revenge kill on the Hoopa Unbound. But the Hoopa Unbound got 4 KOs this game. How good's that? Hoopa Unbound is such a good Pokemon. Definitely going in the thumbnail, that's for sure. So in comes Kamasu, the Barraskewda. Their last remaining Pokemon. We should be able to handle this no problem, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go for a Psychic on the off chance that we can't handle it. But I'm 90% sure I'm 999% sure that they KO us here, which they do, obviously. I didn't know whether maybe they try and set up or something. I don't know. Barraskewda's I don't really know what Barraskewda does other than Choice Band and stuff. So it doesn't get Flip Turn anymore, which is cool. So anyway, what do we bring in to take on this Barraskewda? I'm pretty sure we've outspeeds, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go into Salamence over here. Go into Salamence real quick. We are Choice Scarfed. And show off that nice shiny Salamence. There we go. And then we'll just go straight for an Outrage and destroy this Barraskewda's life. There we go. Outrage comes through. Barraskewda goes down. And that is going to be the game. So GG Chucho. That was a really fun game. I really enjoyed using Hoopa Unbound in that game. It was really fun. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.